There is a process known as denaturation of proteins. There is a term called as a native protein. So suppose I take an example of your hair. So your hair contains type of a protein. The structure of the protein is well defined. You know how it looks like. You know what is the composition. You know which alpha amino acids are used. You know the sequence in which the alpha amino acids are arranged. You know that it forms a structure like a spiral. You know everything about it. So any natural protein which has a well defined shape or a structure is known as a native protein. Now what happens is that when you do coagulation of protein, when you change the pH, or the temperature, it might happen is that you might affect the structure of protein. So on coagulation of protein, what happens is that the native shape of the protein is destroyed. So what happens is that during denaturation of protein, the secondary and tertiary structures are completely destroyed. This process of coagulation of proteins, at the end of which you completely destroy the secondary and the tertiary structure, is known as the process. So for example, suppose you had a structure which looked like this. After the process, after the coagulation, you form this. So it has lost all the data of the secondary and the tertiary structures. So if I give you an example, the example is the coagulation of white of an egg on. So when you boil your egg white, you completely you do the process of denaturation. So when you boil egg white, it is a coagulation process. That is an example. There is another term which is also reused many times, is that you know that many of the reactions are reversible, that A plus B gives C plus D. Many times it happens is that if you add C plus D and change the environmental conditions, it might happen is that the reaction will come back to A plus B. It sometimes happens. So the reversible process or the opposite process is renaturation. So So it is a process to re-get the or to undo the data of secondary and tertiary proteins.
Thank you for watching. Visit us at needbook.in.